In this video, I'm going to tell you about the benefits of nasal breathing for better sleep, better recovery, and more mental focus. Why should you listen to this baldy, beardy guy anyway? Well, I'm a cold water therapist, I am a personal trainer, and I am also an advanced instructor with the Oxygen Advantage. I personally work with people to improve how they breathe, move, and feel. And I want to share the benefits with you guys. Through our breath, we can directly influence our physiology. Have you ever noticed that when you get cut off in traffic and you start to breathe faster, maybe it's through the mouth, maybe it's upper chest? Well, that has a direct correlation with our physiology and giving ourselves a very strong fight or flight response. Through that example, we can see how creating a stress response impacts how we breathe and how we feel. The opposite is also true. By biasing exhalations, we can come into that rest and digest, or that parasympathetic response, to help downregulate and tell our body it is okay and it is safe. And depending upon the circumstance, we should be able to bias either side of our central nervous system. Our breathing affects our emotions, which affects our sleep, which affects our breathing. So you can see that it is part of a bigger cycle. For years, I felt that I had sleep apnea. No matter how long I slept for, I would wake up feeling less than rested. This, combined with a couple of major head injuries, led me down a path of being very intolerant to carbon dioxide, meaning my brain wasn't happy with rising levels of CO2 in my bloodstream. One important thing to remember is that our desire to breathe is not that oxygen is low, it's that carbon dioxide is high. And depending on how sensitive we are to carbon dioxide, that is our primary stimulus to breathe. And because my brain was not happy with levels of carbon dioxide and my sensitivity to carbon dioxide was very high through a lot of brain trauma, it meant that massively impacted how focused and alert I was through the day. And that also impacted how I sleep and also my emotions off the back of that. Learning how I can positively impact my breathing, build more carbon dioxide tolerance, also have a more positive and profound effect on my life through my breath has been a huge game changer for me. The first thing we do in this life is breathe, and the last thing we do in this life is breathe. It is something that is always with us, and we can have a positive impact on the breath and subsequently how we engage in this life. Many of us think,
I've been breathing all my life, why do I need to optimize it?
Just because we are doing something does not mean it is optimal. Until recently, breath and breathing hasn't been part of the popular culture until books by James Nestor such as Breath and The Oxygen Advantage by Patrick McKeown. Many of us didn't actually consider how we are breathing. Our goal should be to nasal breathe all day, including exercise and during sleep. One of the ways that we can optimize our sleep and ensure we are nasal breathing is by mouth taping at night.
Learn how and why you should be mouth taping for better sleep. Check out the video, link in description.
In the nose versus mouth breathing debate, there is a clear winner. There are over 30 functions associated with the nose to do with breathing. The mouth is only for eating. Let's dive into some of the benefits of nasal breathing, shall we? Warms, humidifies, and filters air coming into the lungs. The extra resistance during nasal breathing results in a 10 to 20% better oxygenation, 22% more efficient than mouth breathing. Balances oxygen and carbon dioxide. When there is a proper balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood, the body maintains a balanced pH. At GCSE, we're told very simplistically that CO2 is a waste gas. Now, that is not the entire story. We actually need CO2 to help release the oxygen in the blood and into our cells. Engages and strengthens your diaphragm, which is an integral muscle at the core and necessary for the stability of your spine. During exercise, nasal breathing can improve mental focus and also boost coronary artery blood flow. It reduces symptoms of exercise-induced asthma because it protects the airways from trauma and inflammation. Owen, I really think that nasal breathing is for me. I want to give it a try. You've given me all these benefits. How do I start implementing it? Well, the first thing is awareness. Start bringing awareness to how you're breathing on a daily basis. Where am I breathing from? Is it through the nose? Is it through the mouth? The more we use the nose, the better and more efficient we become. For all the books and references, products I mentioned, check out the link below in the description. These are things that I found that made the transition to nasal breathing a lot easier. Nasal breathing is super low cost. We don't need any fancy equipment. We don't need a new watch. We don't need anything to help us on this journey other than just breathing through our nose more. There is literally no reason not to give this a go. I really hope that has been useful. I hope it has inspired you to investigate a little bit more about how you breathe. Is this something you will be implementing going forwards? Please let me know in the comments below. Also, while you're there, hit thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content where we dive deeper into this human vehicle, discover what we are capable of through movement and breath, and optimizing the way we think and feel.